Welcome to the insta-connect website. In this video, I will be explaining the features of the website. In the home page, the user has to choose if he is a student or a manager looking for a student. First, let me select the option of a manager. If the manager already has an account, he can use his credentials to log in. Else, he can create a new account. This is done by filling the form. He can choose a username, a email ID, and enter a password for himself. Once the account is successfully created, he can log in. The manager can then add a job when he is looking for a student by entering the company name, the field of engineering which he choose, and enter the salary which they will be paying for the student, and give a brief description of the job. Now he has to give the deadline before which the students have to apply for the job, and also the deadline by which the task assigned to the student has to be completed. He can also give the number of students required, that is the vacancies for the job, and now we submit the form. As a manager, he can see the offers placed in this table. He can now edit the job or make any changes to the job. For example, I will be changing the salary, and you can see it's changed. Now the manager can also check the extra details here and just verify the details whenever he wishes to. I will return to the dashboard. Now the manager can also see his selected students. As I have just created the job, this table is empty. So now I'm going to log in as a student and apply for this job. So if the student already has an existing account, he or she can use the credentials to log in. Else the student has to create a new account. I'm going to create a new account. As you can see, the form requires the student to choose a username and a password and enter his email ID. It must be noted that the student can only use the email ID given by the university. If I use any other email ID, it does not work. Now we can use these credentials to log in. So I will log in as a student now. Now I will move on to add profile. So I fill in my details like my first name, my last name, my email ID, my field of interest, which is civil engineering, for example, and a brief description about the career. I will also put the software skills which I already have knowledge about, like let's say AutoCAD, and also the language skills which is required for communication. And now I submit. As you can see, it is also possible to edit profile for the student. I can make any changes as required, and now I will change the level, add English. As a student, I can see all the jobs for which I can apply, and I can use the filter to apply for jobs in my interest, and these are the fields of engineering available in Polytechnico. So now as an example, I will apply for this job here. So once the application has been sent, I can wait for the response. So now I will log out and then log in as a manager, and I can take a look at the students who have applied for the job. So I log in as a manager now. So I can check the students who have applied for the job, and it since I just applied for it, it's appearing in this table now. Now I can see the full profile of the student and choose if he or she is capable to do the job assigned. Once I take a look, I can then see, I can also see all the students who applied for the job, and now I will select this student as an example. Now I've selected the student and successfully created the connection. So now I will log out and then log in as a student. I'm logging in as a student who has been selected for the job. As you can see, a notification is received by the student for the selection. So once the student clicks the selection, he can see the details, and now that the student knows he has been selected, I will log out and then log in as a manager. So now I can make an evaluation of the students. So after the student has completed the job, as a manager I can evaluate the student. So I will choose evaluate. So I think I did good work, so I'll give 4. And now I will log in as a student and show you the importance of this evaluation. As you can see, the student's evaluation is available in the profile. This can be used by future managers when making a decision of choosing a student. And the evaluation of the manager also can be done by the student. I will show that now. I'm logging in as a student to evaluate the manager. So here I also have the opportunity to evaluate the manager, which can be used by other students when they apply for jobs. So this way I can evaluate the company also. So this is how insta-connect uses to create a connection between a student and manager. Thank you for your kind patience.